API, their application interface, so that I don't have to leave Zoom. And that will be set up. And I have the URL for everyone. And even the university, since we're using the enterprise version, the university has their watermark on it as well. Perfect. Oh, excuse me. Okay.
I do believe her internet just cut out. There are new assignments, or an assignment posted, I suppose, in the What's Due. There's new reading, a new adaptive assignment, a new quiz. And then there is a new part for your project. So I was getting emails that some people were having issues with the Wix code. If anyone has any issues with that, you could voice that, I suppose. Oh, there's Professor.
You hear me now? Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Questions before we begin? Let's have a couple of people then moderate the chat. Do I have volunteers for today? Any volunteers to moderate the chat?
I can.
Okay, so Nikita and Dalton will be our two moderators for our chat. If you have questions, let me know. And also, Daniel, you let me know if there's any issues coming your way as well. Okay, so let me share my screen. Sharing my screen here. We'll go to What's Due as we always do. So let's look at what's due for today. Today you should have completed part 2 of your final project. A few minutes before class, I noticed there were a couple of groups that have already published their URL. We'll look at those. Others should be completing that. We'll see what the problem is. Your readings in artificial intelligence, adaptive assignments. It seemed like there were some problems with Wiley's server this week. Sometimes it gives you this like face with hands up that doesn't give much of a description. They need AI to tell you what's the problem, but usually you can think about it as using Chrome, clearing out all your cookies and trying again. So if you're having issues, try again. It should be working as of today, and yesterday seemed to be working. Any questions on the Wiley assignments? Otherwise, stay with me afterwards. So we'll go today. I want to go through our assignments and our upgrades. Also, as I mentioned before, you have readings, additional readings on artificial intelligence, talking about the differences between machine learning and AI and generative AI, and also generative AI in detail, this article. So we have those articles that we need to go over. Again, let me make it clear that in terms of dates, everybody put it in terms of dates. Today is the 30th. On the 18th, so that's basically in 2.5 weeks, on the 18th, we will have our second exam. Daniel, our second exam will cover TG3, which is the cloud computing, and also AI, plus another 2 chapters, which are, what was it, chapter 10, and what was the other one, Daniel? I believe.
There's one more chapter after this, but
Yeah.
yeah, the artificial
And-
intelligence was
And
due.
can you do me a favor, Daniel, and please make available chapters 4 and 5 from our
Okay.
previous exams? Make the quizzes available from 4 and 5,
Okay.
and also the reading. So thinking about it, we'll review some of the questions from chapter 4 and 5 will be covered in the second exam, because I think it's very important. We'll need to cover databases, because data is going to be very important for artificial intelligence. When we're looking at patterns, we look at big data, that's going to be important. Also, security is going to be important. Think about it. Now that we have all these deep fakes, we're going to be using, what are people afraid of? Is they're going to be able to clone me? And do we really know who that person is? Even cloning your voices can be done. So we want to be sure that we think about security. So chapter 4 and 5 will be included in the test, along with the new material that we have. But it will cover those chapters. Any questions before we begin?
Can you repeat the chapters, please?
So it's going to be TG3, which is cloud computing. It will also be chapter 14, and also chapter 4 and 5 for the previous chapters up to now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else that you can unmic yourself if you'd like. Thank you, Clark. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to do, since I want to make sure that everybody realizes it, on the November 18th, we have an exam. On the 25th of November, we're going to have class. And during that class, we'll probably cover your projects, see if there's any issues. That week is Thanksgiving week. And on the 2nd, you will be presenting in class your group projects. When the final exam is scheduled, that's when your final project is due, uploaded. So the time of the exam will be the time that you will upload. You have till you upload your project. On the December 2nd, I will give you feedback, immediate feedback about your project, of what I think needs to do, any types of corrections or enhancements I think you need to do for your exam, for your projects. Any questions? Okay. So let's go to, let me just see. Let's go to the audit area. Everybody go to your audit area on your final group projects. And did you put on the original one, did you put what was due for next time? Is that posted, Daniel?
Yes.
For next week? Maybe let's complete project 4. That's under the group assignment. So the assignment instructions, right? So this you should have done, right? Become competent and explore, right, of your continuation, your upgrade site. This is part 3.
Yeah.
Let me just go over this a moment, that people know what's in addition. So what we found last time, and thank you, Clark for pointing that out when we had the Wix representative, is they changed Wix for the free version only to have yourself and one collaborator. So in order to do the group project, you need to upgrade your Wix website. We have put in the code for your Wix website in order to get your business plan, and use that guide provided in the PowerPoint documents section of Blackboard. Use the code that's provided. Invite your team members if you haven't already. And when you're going to be using AI in your website, for instance, for your graphics, I would like you to give credit with a small disclaimer, and I don't even know if it's a disclaimer, but rather it's generated by what product. I think it is good practice anyways, but I think it's great for your Gen AI consulting that you can show others what they can do with Gen AI. You'll need to show then your AI tools page where you'll then show apps. And in these apps, you'll do suggestive apps and show a scenario where your sector would really be enhanced. So if you're in the financial sector or the real estate sector, or you're for education for students, give a scenario of how they could use those apps. So include a demo showing each of the group for the project, and make sure you can introduce yourself at the beginning and make the video short. You could even do a number of even take the same app and maybe do part 1, part 2, part 3, and make it short. Here we're saying less than 5 minutes. I'd make it even a couple of minutes on each one. So you could then use it for your social media. You could reuse it for that place as well. You should explain generally how someone could use it and give the scenario there.
Hey, Professor.
Yes.
Nikita said, should we put the disclaimer for the logo since that was made with AI?
Yes. That's the beauty, Dalton, right? Because guess what, Dalton? They can come back to you, and Nikita, they can come back to you and say, hey, that's great. Can you create that and show me how to create logos? So anything that you create, right, even in general, and some of the text is great. So it's almost I see it as an advertisement for you. You see that, Dalton? It can be almost an advertisement for that you have those skills. It's almost like you're showing off everything that you know in Gen AI rather than, oh, this is just my own creations from scratch. What you need is the human intelligence to then see where it fits, to make the edits, of course, but to get you up and running quickly. So it basically is, you're going to be teaching people, Dalton, how to use these Gen AI apps to help with their businesses. And they basically are having it as an assistant. You need a contact page, typically, basically giving how should they get in touch with you. Social media accounts, you should have social media so you can have different people in your group be responsible for different ones. I allow you to choose which ones you want. You can use X, you can use Instagram, TikTok, you can use LinkedIn, you decide which social media you're using, and you need to populate it. So it's not just one picture, a couple pictures. So you want to do it each week. You want to add to your social media accounts. You want to follow each other. And then we'll talk about next week, and we had discussed it before, is that in the marketing, there's something that you can go to for your website SEO, where you can follow the steps and you can be connected to do SEO. I suggest, of course, you do the SEO after you get your URL. questions. So basically, each week, we're gonna add additions. I and Daniel will be looking at it, giving you feedback, because what I want is the time that you present, basically, I'd love to say, hey, that's perfect. Let's go on and let's submit. And there'll just be a few little additions that you'll need to add. So we won't have to do that. We also will be having a guest speaker who has created a Gen AI app called FastBot, and he will be coming in, and we're going to have an academic partnership with him. It's the first time we're doing this. We'll see how it works, and he's going to allow us to be promoted to get their premier site free. So rather than paying, so we'll be able to use that. So it can train, that FastBot can train on your website. And it basically can answer a lot of your questions. So you could even use that. Everyone can use that as part of your consulting services. Questions? So do, in the moderation, in the chats, any other questions?
No, there's nothing else.
Perfect. So let's go to the groups. Let's see what people have done. So each group today was supposed to publish right here in their group. If they haven't, is their URL. I see group 7 and I see group 9. I see group 7 and 9, they have it. And in this case, they have it as the free site. Notice here it says wixsite.com. Here it also says wixsite.com. We know they haven't upgraded because at this point, after we look at it, you want to upgrade to their business plan so you can get a URL and it'll be much more.
Oh, I had a question about that.
Yes.
If you reload it, ours is on there now too, but it's also
Okay.
a free one. We tried to do the customized domain, and then it will have us like put in our card info and all of our like address info. And it said like, unless we buy the confidential one, they'll all be posted on the website. No, I don't really want to like
Repeat
have all
that.
stuff
Repeat that
posted.
again. That you tried to upgrade and wouldn't let you upgrade?
Yeah, it was like $15 to upgrade to make like our
No, you
information
shouldn't.
private.
Did you do the business? Did you put in the code?
Yeah, we're on the business plan, and like the code worked originally.
What type of domain was it?
It was the custom domain, or
But
But
what,
you
like,
have
was
to
it
check.
.com, .org?
I think it was
.com, I think.
yeah,
Some
maybe
domains, it just doesn't let it
Yeah,
work with
yeah,
the
but
code.
it shouldn't work. Let's look at that afterwards. And then, you know what we should do, Daniel, as well, is publish Ellery's email. We
I
can
did.
publish that out, that if there are questions, because we should be able to
Oh,
upload.
okay.
You understand? There may be a problem with the upgrade. So we'll have to try it. So let's try this, because that's going to be important to see what was the issue. I don't want anybody paying for that, Dalton. You understand? There shouldn't be. We're getting this as our academic partnership. We're getting the business plan and we should be getting it. If it's .com, there shouldn't be a problem. And if there is, also go to support and also CC to Ellery. Can you just put that maybe in the chat and then post it? Did you put that in the chat of Ellery? I think it's Wix.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah, so put it in the chat for everyone to do, and then also we'll add that. Thank you. That's what we need to do. So let me just try group 7. We'll see what that is. So let me just open in a new tab. We'll see what we got. Okay. So this is Johan Red. Okay. So is this it? This is all we did so far?
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to get the front page, just our team. This is your team page. It's a great space. Okay, so all you did right now was just put in your pictures. And these are not everybody in your team even, right? Just Johan and Red.
I mean, this is everyone in our team because we had to split up the project because we had.
Oh, you are? Okay, so
So
then
we did the first proposal and then we didn't know how to get rid of the last
okay.
product manager
We'll have to
woman.
go
So
in.
that's like one of the AI
Oh, okay,
generated.
so, and then we need to start, okay. And then what we need to do, and you know what I would even do in starting, even in upgrading or even starting again, is have it create for you using their AI wizard. And answer the questions and see what they come up with, even when you're even doing the free one. So for the free one, what I would suggest people do is try with the free one, instead of creating your own template, ask it to use its AI and create it based on your answers that you give to their questions.
Okay.
And that can give you kind of a full, you can start off already with a full set. Okay, and the second one, let's open it in, let me open it in a new tab. Let's see this one. Okay, so welcome experience. Let's see this. Okay, experience AI excellence. Welcome to Client Com, where AI meets communication. So this one is Sebastian, and who else?
It's me also.
Okay, who's me?
Yeah, Luke.
Luke. Okay, Sebastian and Luke. Okay, great. So let's start with you. We got something to start off with, and then we can later upgrade. Is Client Com AI solution. Who is this for?
It's for wealth management firms.
Okay, so I would put that in right here. Client Com AI solutions for wealth managers. Is that it? Or
Yeah.
I would add that. You understand? So right here, I know who it is. Experience AI excellence, right? Transforming your client interactions. What we do, that's nice. Enhance wealth management, client engagement in the rapid landscape. Okay. AI, maybe we want to make this a little bit shorter, so we just get the first sentence right there, right? AI solution for wealth manager transforming, good. And in this case, maximizing client communication with AI interactions, our services, client sentiment training, personalized workshops about client comms. It's a good beginning. It's a solution, right? Testimonials, our team. So at our team right here, everybody put that in, okay? They're good looking guys, right? Besides that, then we got a CEO and CFO. What I would do then is I would put a description of what you guys do for the company and maybe your background. And I'm majoring in accounting. Luke, what's your major?
Finance.
Finance, and this is what you want to do and how you're excited for this company, AI solutions. I would change the addresses here, put in what you need then in the next part, put in some numbers, how they can contact you, but it's a good start. So what I think is important in this case, in the testimonials, I would like, and let's put this as a note for everyone, I want this to be real. So I don't want testimonials, but rather maybe what types of, give examples of what type of services that we can give you. Do you understand that, Luke?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you understand why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because we want to give real testimonials, so it's more like authentic and
Yeah, it's authentic. This is authentic. You have enough to contribute that we don't have to make up stuff. You know, this is not make believe. There's enough hallucinations in AI people are concerned about. So we don't need to make it. So instead of the testimonials, I would put the services that we're giving. You know, we'll help you with email, we'll help you reach out to your customers, we'll help you in Excel, whatever you're going to do, will help you get closer to your customer using AI. Will help you even in doing some portfolio management with using AI, whatever it is, client communications will help you with. We'll help you create a blog, we'll help you with social media. So I would take off everybody understand? I would take off the testimonials at that point and in the services, client sentiment training, what I would do in the beginning is initial consultation free rather than payment here. I don't even know who you are. In the beginning here, I would then just do free services. And then what you could do is personalized communication workout. Then you could also do, and we'll do that in the future, and you can even look it up, is even do like Zoom meetings. Have an initial conversation and you can set up Zoom meetings. Zoom then, and get Zoom. Let me just put this in my notes here. When you do Zoom conference, and you can even look it up, when you do Zoom conference with Wix, use your personal Zoom account, not the university. Because you'll need authority. So we'll be able to do that. And then you want to show apps that help your clients. So your clients are wealth managers, right?
Yes.
Luke?
Yeah.
So if they're wealth
Wealth man-
managers, show scenarios of apps that will help them with being wealth managers. And then you can tell them that we will guide you when there are new versions, we will guide you along the way. And you can even show them, for instance, after you finish your site, you can even show them Google Notebook LM, and then they could even use it for their site, for their materials. Have a podcast. So I would think about, the two of you think about 2 or 3 apps that you can get into that you want to highlight, that you can train them on, and then give their ideas that if they're interested in others, you'll help them as well. This is just an example of some of the ones we're showcasing, and then you can list other apps that you can teach them in the future. But everyone, let me just put that, everyone should give free consultations. Because again, you said it so clearly, Luke, is they need to do what? Trust you. And especially in AI, what's the key here? What's our problem is the hallucinations, and we're basically lack of trust. So you want to show that authenticity. And what's nice here is later on you can come up with it. You and Sebastian can come up with it and actually give this service or show people that you can give this service. And what happens? Does this go anywhere, Sebastian? This wealth? Yeah, it goes to where? Okay. And how did you do this? How was this done?
No, that was made by the AI tool.
Great. And you know what? I would put that in made by which AI tool?
The AI tool, when you're making the site, it's just when you double
AI tool of Wix.
yeah.
So I would put a note there, and then they can help in terms of writing a blog too. Isn't that fantastic? What you're doing, they can create for themselves. And then we'll edit it. Fantastic. So you used, in this case, you can use their AI tool. And then at this point, is this Facebook, X, and here are we, this goes to, this is not logged in. Let me just see here. LinkedIn. Are these working? That's me, right?
Yeah, no, we have to still do that part.
Okay, perfect. So if these are the, and the ones that you don't want, just then take out. Perfect. So if you want, you can even make a LinkedIn of your, either show your LinkedIn of your actual LinkedIn, or make a new one, you know, for your company. And then of course you need to change this, you know, but, and then what you need to do now, and then you have here the home. I would, and what is this? Transforming your client interaction. What is this part? Do we know?
I'm pretty sure
This
just can you click on it real quick?
I'm clicking, it's not going anywhere.
I tried linking it to get to our service page, and I guess
Yeah, so it's not, just take it out. You know what I mean? But welcome to client where AI meets communication, something like that. Experience AI excellence or something. But you know what? Right here, got a lot of room here. What you're gonna do for them?
So you want the
Experience
service
AI.
you want the service to be the first thing they see?
Yeah, or just what am I getting here? We'll help you, as you know, get closer to your customers, or help you communicate with your clients by teaching you or incorporating. What do you want to do? You want to be helping them in term, what you're going to be doing right here. Something about something short and sweet of what you experience AI excellence. That doesn't say anything to me, right? Who doesn't want to experience AI? But basically help you incorporate AI into your practice, or to get closer to your customer, you know, or get closer to, for wealth managers or something. That's the key. And basically for, and kind of give a scenario. And even this part, I think is good to give on about you, is a leading IT consulting firm dedicated to enhancing client through AI integration. I would take out leading and basically say, basically we're somehow involved with AI. We're being, somehow we want to concentrate on wealth management, right? Clients, and helping wealth managers use AI to get closer to their clients, or to be more efficient, to be more helpful, to save you time. And you almost can even ask a question: are you bewildered on how do you incorporate AI into your practice? Something like that. Our tailored workshop strategy sessions and training leverage advanced AI tools like ChatGPT, Jasper, Monkey Learn. Are you going to be showing those? Are those three you're going to be showing? Sebastian and Luke?
Yeah, those are our three AI tools.
Okay, to craft personal, we'll show you how. Something like that. We'll show you how to do it. And maybe even tools like maybe ChatGPT. People aren't even familiar with what I would say, what are they trying to solve? And then say example, ChatGPT, Jasper, and Monkey Learn. Because I think somebody new to this wouldn't even know what Jasper is and what Monkey Learn is. Luke, do you know what Jasper Monkey Learn is before you started this website?
Oh,
Luke.
no, I had not heard of
Right,
them personally.
right. So most people haven't heard of it. So tell basically what are you going to try to solve? What problem are you going to try to solve? And we'll show you, for example, using these products. Because you're thinking about a wealth manager. Let's say you're going to talk to a wealth manager age 50, right? He doesn't know, or she doesn't know. So here I would talk about it. You're not a leading IT consulting firm, are you? We're basically a firm, right, that basic consulting to help you with AI apps to help you get closer to your AI. And then put in here this chat, maybe even about, maybe this ChatGPT, Jasper, Monkey Learn should be somewhere else in the program, but rather show me solutions and then somewhere else say examples, ChatGPT for what? And give them example, because everybody's used, I think almost everybody's used ChatGPT, write me an email, or help me in my email or something. But what's gonna be unique about this ChatGPT that you're gonna tell them that other people don't know? What is gonna be unique in Jasper? What is gonna be unique in Monkey Learn? If that's it, examples. And then and you can say we'll be doing, this is just a small sample of what we have. And we are committed to optimizing client engagement and fostering long life with the industry. What does that mean? Did whatchamacallit write this or no? Did the AI write this?
Yes.
Okay. That's the problem with the AI. Is sometimes when they write it, it's so generic that it's spelled right, but you can tell that AI wrote this, and what does that really mean? So you have to think we're committed to optimizing client engagement, but rather here, what we're committed to is we know you're busy and we're reviewing. It's almost like this. We know you're busy in your everyday tasks. We're here to tell you what's the latest in AI. And basically, if you need hand holding, we'll hold your hand till the end of the process, or we'll do it for you. We'll teach you basically how to fish, or we'll do the product for you. But basically, whatever you want. So what I want you to do is, it's the greatest thing, AI, to get you the first pass through. It's okay, but then you want to go back and things like this in our mission, and then put what's real about you. We're really excited about the AI tools. We have time that we are focusing AI tools, not generically, but for wealth managers and how they can better communicate with their clients. So what do you think, Sebastian?
I think we're at the beginning, but then we just need to tune
Yeah,
it.
but of course, it was excellent. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? You were the one to take really the initiative and took that draft. And what I want to show you, in order to get excellence there, we need to read through it again. So you know that it needs to be authentic and you need to provide a valuable service. Just like, Sebastian, we talked about your parents' company, right? Well, if somebody came to them and said, hey, they're busy selling insurance and doing everything else, they don't have time to look at all the Gen AI apps. Who has time to do that? They're just busy. But if they could say, hey, we could get you more customers using some of these apps, think about them, almost putting them yourself in their shoes. What would they want from a consulting service? And if it was valuable, then I'll pay for it. Wow, if you save me $10,000, right, or even $1,000, I'll pay you $200. No problem. You can get me more clients. Of course, I'll give you, you're worth it. So think about it that way. But in the beginning, what I do is everybody think about it. We're starting off and we're going to be then free consultations. And this is what we'll provide you. We'll basically give you an overview of what to use and then how to use it. And your mission then is not Jasper or ChatGPT, because guess what? Next month, there'll be 20 different ones, right? But our way is to help you. It's the solution. What do I want? I want, and you decide, everybody decide, I want to get you closer to your customer. I want to save you time. I want to bring you more customers here. I want your more satisfaction at the end users. I want to make, everybody needs to be involved in social media who has time to put in the content. Instead of maybe going to an agency or others, that you can basically fill it in and then maybe just hire us to edit it or whatever you want. We can guide you in the right direction. I want to see that for everyone. And if it's in terms of education, if it's in terms of tutoring, show examples, like even this guy, how you could even use Google Notebook LM as your study guides. Put in PowerPoints, put in the readings, have it develop quizzes for you, answers, and show it. So this is the same thing on the wealth management. If you want, your example should show how somebody as a wealth manager can say, hey, yeah, that's really interesting. That's how I want you guys to approach it. This, you see that, Dalton? This is real. It's just not like, anyways, it's hallucination. And we're honest enough that we're not anyone's, basically we don't have fiduciary interests in any of these AI products. So we can give you the real deal. We can tell you what are the problems too. Sometimes like this, like you can even say, Sebastian, like we're using this Wix, and in any time you have to still edit it. It's not enough just to take it. People, you can tell, right? I think everybody in this class, when you read something, can't you tell when something's written by ChatGPT? What do you think, JC? Part of it you can, when it's so generic, you know what I mean? Best, when it's so superlative, you can tell. But if you can kind of put your own twist to it, then it's great. And then you can get something out quickly. It's the same way. It's almost like you're having your assistant. You're all having an extra assistant, and that's what you're basically telling in your product. That's what you're telling people, is using the assistant. And we will use our human intelligence to evaluate these products and what's going to be best. And then it'll be together, we'll work on it. Because even if you think it's best, somebody then can come back to you, Sebastian and Luke, and say, you know what? This is not exactly, this is how I work. Since we'll basically do an interview and find out how do you work and how we can, maybe we'll then discover what you need. Because Sebastian, let's face it, you don't know how a wealth manager works, right? So he or she will be able to tell you, this is my part. That I have to answer emails, or I have to create emails, or I have to look at the portfolios, or something like that. So we're our first pass. So we want to get to know you so we can provide you even more better part. So what do you think? What's your take, Daniel, from what we see?
Really sorry, I was dealing with something separately. I wasn't quite paying attention.
Okay, all right. I appreciate your candor.
Just moving a group around.
Okay, fine. Okay. So we need to figure out, Dalton, what's important is to upgrade. You know, because that's going to be the next key, because a lot of things we won't be able to do. So one of the things I request is everybody upgrade. So you have upgraded. And then do you want to share your screen, Dalton, for a sec?
Yeah,
You
sure.
have it where you were trying to upgrade?
Yeah, just give me 1 second.
Yeah. As we're waiting, what other questions do I have from my gang here?
I think our issue for our group is we like upgraded and we have the business
Plan?
version. But when I
Okay.
try to get the domain, you either have to pay or I can get it for free, but it says that all of my personal information will be exposed on the web.
I think, was there a way, Daniel, that you could not expose your personal?
Yeah, just put in, information that isn't yours. Like
Okay,
University of Miami address or something.
Yeah.
okay.
Perfect.
I just
Just to clarify, we're supposed to get the yearly, right? Oh, yep.
Yeah,
Never
it's 0. Right, yeah. We don't want to see if they ask,
Definitely don't put your card in, yeah.
we don't want to see your card.
Or your address if you're gonna put that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. Oh, you're just doing it. Okay. I don't want to see this. Don't share this part. Stop sharing. Yeah, I don't want to.
Question. I have a
Yeah.
question.
Sure.
How do you get past the payment method without putting in your card?
You have to put in a card. Somebody in your group has to put in a card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it'll be 0. But you have to see 0. You don't want to go if after you put the promo card, your promo key, it should say 0. Somebody in your group has to put in a credit card. And then later on, Daniel even posted that this will last a year, so they will not, you have to set it, you can set it up so they don't charge you after, that it's not going to be continuous. What else? So Dalton, right? Security, we don't want to be you putting in credit card information for you to share. I thought you were going to show us what was the mistake on that.
Yeah, I mean, I got it to where it says total 0, but I just need to put in my card info and then.
Yeah, you
Just
need to
not
put in
charge
your
me.
card info.
All right, sounds good. I'll do that now.
Okay, so you do that. So that was good that we realized that. Okay. So what I can say about Sebastian and Luke is I use as much of this is for me, I will not penalize you for using their AI bots to create content for you. The only thing is I would read through it and improve it. And that what they write is authentic and that it's specific. So how I view this project is you actually are going to give consulting services to your sector and you're going to work along with them. And this picking out an app will be good for November 2025 and in 24 and in March 2025, guess what? I bet you there's going to be a number of different upgrades to this, right? ChatGPT will have a new upgrade. Gemini will have a new upgrade, and then a Meta. Now it's getting to be really good. Who has people use WhatsApp? They have the Meta there that they have a voice that's going to get more and more real and impressive. So there's so many different, Claude, Amazon's going to get better. Apple's going to get better. But you're the beginning of your consulting and we'll work with our customer. And then you can kind of see what turns to be, what do people need? And in 6 months, people need different types of services than they did this month. You'll be more sophisticated as well. But it's a great opportunity that even for the start you can. So you were fixing groups, Daniel? What were you doing?
Oh, a student wasn't in a group and I had to get confirmation from another group
Okay,
to put them in
perfect.
there.
Make sure if you're not in a group, you have to tell Daniel today or you'll be in your own group. That's it.
I think we have
Today's the
everyone
cutoff.
sorted now.
Good. Questions? So what I would do for Monday is we're going to do the exact same thing. Everybody has to have a link on Monday. Was that the problem, Dalton, that you just didn't use a credit card?
Yeah, I think I got it
Okay.
figured out.
Okay, good. And then everybody then upgrade to a domain name. Once you get a domain name, then you can do a number of different, and you have the business plan. You have a lot of opportunities there. And then make sure everyone in your group has a role. They can have an administrator, they can have a contributed role, full rights, right? And then divide up how you want to do it. I'm not going to micromanage groups, but make sure that there's some people that are involved with the social media. Everybody do an app describing, and just don't do the app, but just think about it as who is your end user? Who are you going to help? And then you can also talk about the flaws. These are issues that it won't do. Or you can do comparisons, how ChatGPT works with a number of other, compares to OpenAI. Copilot, you can do with Excel, how it can help with Excel. That may be in terms of wealth manager, how you can use Copilot to help you empower to do presentations. You can look at something of how this is going to help you to do presentations. Anyway, that those Gen AI apps can help. What else, Daniel?
I think that's pretty much it.
Okay. I think that clarifies it. That's why
If
it's
people
good
want to
that-
try Notebook, they can, but we'll get to that.
what?
If people want to try the Notebook LM, they can, but we'll get
Yeah,
to that.
Notebook LM, and even Notebook LM, you can even use it for studying. Put in all the, for instance, the PowerPoints, the readings, and let it, and it can also give you quiz questions.
Yeah, it's
And
also
you can
free.
reuse, and it's free, and then you can reuse it for your
I
project.
think it's quite good. It's a good feature.
Right, and then you can use it basically not only to study for your test, those that are doing like the tutoring education, you can use it for even studying your tests. And you can take notes, so you can use it for different ones about your clients, being creative on it. So I think it's just fabulous, that you get this opportunity to do it and say, hey, and you can take this site and then you can basically say, hey, you want to work for us? Or you can take it to a job interview and say, hey, this is my site. I can do these for the company that you'll, even intern with. And then use Zoom for saying, hey, listen, we'll invite other people. You can reach out and say, you want other people, other wealth managers. That's a good idea, Luke and Sebastian, is you can reach out to them and say, hey, we'll have wealth managers come in and tell us, what do they need, right? How are they even using Gen AI now? And what would they like to be able to do? What is their workflow? We'll get to do, and then you can do groups of people rather than one-on-one. And you can give that as free. And then you can take it from that industry, Sebastian and Luke, and put it to another industry. But right now we're doing wealth management, then we can do other if we want to. Doesn't take a lot to a lot of times businesses need the same kind of services. Okay? So let's do this. Let's put in, Dan, you want to do the attendance code? We can just tell them the attendance code. And then we can, I'll stay with people if they want, ask questions about their projects or they have something else that they want to do. Get with your groups, you know, for Monday. Just keep on going, you know, every week we keep on going, but we gave you kind of like the roadmap. Everybody should by Monday have their URL upgrade. Think about a good URL that you have, and then you can start doing the apps and investigate it. You know, in the beginning, Luke and Sebastian, you may think these three, but later on, you may say, hey, this is even better. And then you can list it. And then you can even list some of them, say, these are some that we're looking at. These are what we're going to highlight this month. We're highlighting these. Okay, and it says shared a file in the meeting. What file did we share here?
Oh, the code
Okay, what's the code?
5228.
5228. You want to write that down in the,
I could share the screen.
yeah. Five, two, two, eight.
Excuse me, Professor.
Yes,
When is the part 3 due?
Next week.
Wednesday. I think.
Okay, thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks. And then we can stop sharing.
Bye, Professor. Have a great day.
You too. My pleasure. And Luke and Sebastian, good work. Okay, you want to stop sharing? Daniel?
Have you guys all gotten the code?
Yeah, 5228. Okay. So let me stop.
I haven't gotten the code yet. I'm still trying to like get into my like Blackboard has been acting up all day, so I'm
I
like,
know,
I
everything is
can
up.
manually put you if you need.
He'll manually put you in, Nikita.
all right, thank you.
That's